The mystery drones are still here and we still don't know what they are. So let's talk about it. Get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Yeah, and when I say we don't know what they are, I think we have a pretty good idea what they are. But this is Transportation Secretary Duffy talking a little bit about the mystery drones.
But during those 3 or 4 days, when people were seeing drones and it wasn't a big national news story, we don't know what it was. In all honesty, we don't. We have to refine our technology and our deployment of that technology to make sure we don't just see airplanes, but we see drones in the airspace as well. And if you look at the national security issue, what's happening between Russia and Ukraine, drones are a key part of weaponry.
And I think that's what a lot of Americans were concerned, that it was a foreign adversary. So you're not necessarily ruling that out. You're saying we don't know at this point what it was.
With complete clarity, I don't know.
Wow. And is that something you're interested in investigating more? What does that investigation look like?
So there's the investigation. There's nothing we can do because we didn't see what was there. Though I'll tell you, I saw it, and that was very real. The point is, though, this is a whole of government approach. This is the FAA, this is DOT, this is DOD, this is others looking at what kind of system do we want to deploy to make sure we cover our airspace.
Yeah, okay, so let's see if they actually do anything about it. It's been, really, this has been going on for about 5 years or so. I think the mystery drones first began in, the Colorado events in 2019, 2020-ish is when people first began seeing these weird anomalous drones. But obviously things have ramped up since then. And we still don't have any official acknowledged statement about what these things are other than that they're FAA approved craft for research and other purposes, which is obviously BS. They are relocating fighter jets from one military base to another base because of these drone incursions. They're shutting down bases, they're shutting down airports, both military and civilian, not just in America, but around the world. There have likely been some near collisions, possibly even some collisions, based on these FAA-approved craft. We also know that at least one of these objects is in the custody of the military. One of them went down and is in the custody of the military. They have not said one word about it since then. They've studied it. They have it. What have they found out? We don't know. They won't tell us. And nobody is asking the right people about that to get answers from them if they would give it to us. Now, if it was a foreign adversary, they tell us about that, right? When they catch a spy, they're very proud of catching a spy and they tell everybody about it, right? So they're more than happy to reveal that. What they lie about is UFO stuff. What they lie about having possession of, or at least don't tell the truth about, is UFO stuff. They have UFOs, they lie about it. They have a mystery drone, they're at least not telling us anything about it. So it fits a pattern of obfuscation and suppression of information that we only get with UFOs. So I'm not buying a foreign power. I don't think that makes any sense anyway, realistically. Drones flying around for years over our installations. It doesn't make any sense for that to be a foreign power. And we have others commenting on this as well. Ross Coulthart says, incredible to see yet another contradictory statement to the White House line on the mystery drones from a senior government official. This time from the U.S. Transportation Secretary, admitting they still don't know what the mystery drones were over New Jersey and New York. And of course, goes much further than New Jersey and New York. Others are saying, like Sean Munger, drone incursions and reports are still occurring. The only place you're not seeing reports is in our news cycle. Yeah, and this is in response to Tim McMillan saying, despite officials downplaying the issue, reports of drone incursions in restricted airspace have skyrocketed in the first quarter of 2025. And he links to this article from the debrief. I'll link to this and you can read it at your leisure. It goes on talking about this. We also have statements from Let's see. We have a map from Tim McMillan saying a geographic analysis of FAA data shows that the northeastern United States, where clusters of mystery drone sightings emerged in late 2024, continue to report high numbers of drone incursions into early 2025. Many of these incidents were concentrated near areas with a strong U.S. military presence, particularly around weapons manufacturing and storage facilities. Well, that's alarming, and that could lean into the whole idea of a foreign adversary. But would foreign adversaries be flying drones in our airspace for 5 years or so, and we couldn't do anything about it? And they're not afraid of getting caught, and when they do get caught and these objects fall into our possession, the military lies about it? No, I don't think so. That doesn't make any sense. These objects have been displaying anomalous, signatures and behavior, not showing up on thermal, etc. They don't seem to be mundane drones. They're not mundane drones. We can knock mundane drones out of the sky. That's just a thing. Yeah, let's see. We had comments from Scott Roeder talking about this as well. There is no such thing as a drone incursion on any U.S. military bases. The soldiers would blast them out of the sky so fast, I just don't believe that we would just stand down and do nothing. If there are reports of at least shots fired, then maybe I buy it. Yeah, not a foreign power. There's no way that makes any rational sense, especially since I've made multiple videos talking about how these drones have been shutting down around the world in places like Turkey. China isn't shutting down Turkish airports. I'm sorry, that doesn't make any sense. At least to me, let me know what your temperature is on that. But we also have something from Wixie showing another potential drone sighting, or at least a UFO sighting, in New Jersey, and this was filmed May 17th. Now, this could just be a normal UFO, not necessarily a mystery drone. Of course, since there's various instances where these orbs have apparently transformed into a mystery drone, just because we might be seeing an orb in this video doesn't mean it's not a mystery drone in 5 minutes, or at least a more obvious drone-like configuration. So, yeah, it's a good sighting, though. I like this sighting. I don't think there's any way you could say that's a plane or satellite or a bird or a raccoon. I mean, you can never totally discount raccoons, but I think that's a pretty good sighting. Let me know what you think about this great sighting shared by Wixie over New Jersey very recently. Is this something that could become a mystery drone? Or maybe it was a mystery drone 5 minutes ago, but now it's an orb? What are we dealing with? There's definitely still activity over New Jersey. And who was it who was just saying that there was still activity there? Scott Munger. There's still stuff going on. We still don't have any answers. They're still lying about this stuff, which is very frustrating. And Scott Munger, by the way, is the Disclosure Advocacy Group attorney. Mystery drones are still very much mysterious. We still don't know what these things are exactly. They seem pretty anomalous, but let's just say they are UFOs. Why are they taking on the form of drones? Well, I guess so as not to freak us all out. Maybe they're actually pretending to be drones. Based on the remote viewing that Daz Smith's team did, it seemed like they were, Daz himself was seeing some really interesting stuff about how they were conforming to our expectations and what we were willing and able to perceive. Now, there was some possible cross-contamination, if that's the right word, with that remote viewing, because he may have been seeing what Skywatcher was doing, because he was remote viewing an incident on a certain day, which is also when Skywatcher was doing their thing. So so definitely take that with a grain of salt. But the information that Daz was getting on the mystery drones was really incredible. Now, I would love it if it was more clear if we were dealing with the mystery drones in that remote viewing, or the sky squid. But either way, very interesting food for thought about what the mystery drones might be. He was saying them coming from possibly another dimension, maybe even being summoned here in some way. But again, that leads into the Skywatcher kind of thing, and what the control group has been doing, luring these UFOs in over years, apparently. So is that how we got the mystery drones? I mean, maybe that is how we got the mystery drones. Maybe the control group lured these objects in, or lured something in, as a pretext for, or a means of shooting it down. And then they just kind of stayed. And now they're checking us out. Could that be what happened? This is a Pandora's box that the control group has opened. And now these things are just here. That would kind of seem to be what Daz's remote viewing indicated. But again, we don't know for sure if that was about the actual mystery drone phenomenon, or the Skywatcher 9 categories of blobs and sky squid, which I love. I love the fact that exists and that we are learning about sky squid now. But it doesn't answer the question about the mystery drones. Either way, still here, don't have any answers. The administration is still lying their butts off about it. Now, I get it. As I've said many times, I understand why they would not want to admit these are anomalous objects, that these are UFOs. These things are shutting down our military airspace. They are creating unsafe air conditions that are causing airports around the world to shut down. Starting off UFO disclosure on that foot, well, that may be the wrong foot to start on. That could create panic. So I understand why they may be lying about it, but it doesn't really excuse the lies. In my opinion, we need the truth. And if they are lying about it now, it's only because they have painted themselves into a corner, because they've been lying about it for 70 plus years. It's so frustrating, guys, but let me know what you guys think about it all in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Discord, links below. Love to see you guys there. If you want to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, grab a coffee mug or a t-shirt or a hoodie or something in the merch store below, or become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars. I really do appreciate you guys' support. Thank you. Meanwhile, there are plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.